Welcome to the Jerry Pitre Show. If you love sports cards and cool collectibles, you're in the right place. Whether you're a longtime collector or just getting started, we'll talk about rare cards, cool finds, and the stories behind them. Join us as we explore the world of collecting. Episode 13 featuring Yaybo, formerly known as Yaybo Collectibles.
What's up, Jerry?
The man, the myth,
Ah,
the legend. I
oh
know
boy.
I see all the work you're doing at all these shows. You know, you got a killer podcast. I don't know if
Man, I
anybody's
love it.
ever heard of the podcast,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
it's a really fun time. It's kind of like Pat McAfee meets collectibles. It's a
Man,
lot of
look,
fun.
dude, I love it. I look forward to it every week on the stream.
Well, bro, listen, I tell you,
Yeah,
I totally feel the same way, and it's been such a blessing. So, this is just to kind of give the audience, you know, how did you get to like collecting, man? Like, first off, give us a little bit about you. Who are you? Like, give the
yeah,
world.
man. Man, that's what's up, Jerry. Man, appreciate you having me on, man. I love your show. Love what you do, man. Love that the hobby, brought us together. You know what I'm saying? So man, it's good to be on with you, man. Um, more blessings to you and hope you have a wonderful 2025 on this trip, man. For real. But yeah, man. Yeah, I love what we're doing here, man. Love the hobby. And you see me bringing a lot of stuff. But yeah, I get that from my parents, man. Somehow I you know, got an eye for seeing, good things, valuable things, seeing the value in things, I guess I should say. So
Yeah, I
man,
think
yeah,
that's the best way to phrase it. Seeing the value
yeah,
in them.
seeing the
And
value in
and,
things,
and
man.
for those who don't know, Yabo literally weekly. Oh, hey, I found these vinyl records. Oh, hey, I found these magazines. I found
Yeah,
these
man.
newspaper articles of significant event. Like it makes so much sense. It's like
Yeah. Nah, absolutely, man. It's getting into the hobby, it's like you see, different aspects. And a lot of people like to, focus on, one thing, one sport, one genre. But I just come across so much variety, man. And, again, understanding the value in things. Some stuff you just can't leave there, man.
and, and,
You'll lose money if you leave it there, man.
and listen, and for the audio listeners and for the people who are new to this show, the idea of this show is really to teach people and to educate people. And I think the value of Yabo is, you know, not only does he do the stuff that I mentioned earlier, he does Funkos, he does comic books, he's got VHS stuff, he's got, I mean, just crazy stuff. And, bro, when I tell you, it's just like, I feel like it's like fishing or hunting in a way where you see your buddy and
Yeah.
they're like, man, I caught this giant fish. And you're like, bro, I'm proud for you. And you're like, damn, I need to find a better fish. You know, it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and
It
that's one
is,
of the
man.
things I love about this hobby, man. There's enough for everybody to eat. I mean,
It is, man. It's a lot of value in things. And a lot of things people just pass by, on a daily basis. Sometimes it's in it's in your house right up under your nose. And you don't know. But like I said, just getting into the hobby, studying, watching videos and stuff like that. There's certain people in other areas that I, kind of kind of like get some good, hobby advice. And it's just not always about cards, just like you said, um, you know, comic books and magazines. And I love the vinyl. Um, I got a I got my first submission coming back tomorrow from AMG actually. Um, so I'll be glad to get my Kendrick back and Elvis
So for those who
45.
don't know, what's AMG?
AMG is audio media grading company. Um, they they are the grading company for like vinyl, cassettes. They do 8 tracks, um, CDs as well. So I think at this point they're probably the premier vinyl or audio media grading company. Um, I work, directly with Robbie. He's, in the hobby. Everybody knows of AMG Robbie. But work directly with him. But it is a
Now,
company with
now
backing
for
from
those
Steve
of
Aoki, right?
loading us up with information here. Didn't we meet him at the National? Wasn't that where you first introduced? Was that where you first
um,
introduced, did you interact kind of online and then met in person?
no, so yeah, we met first at Culture Collision.
Culture, that's what it was.
Yeah, we
Oh,
met first at Culture
oh,
Collision.
that's crazy. Culture collision. Hmm.
Hey man, hey, ATL for sure. And yeah, next week, man, we're gonna be in there together again. um, but yeah, I can't wait to get my vinyl back, man. They've been promoting, AMG grading for a while. They did a refresh, I think, of their like website recently. So when I went in it recently, everything was like real smooth transaction, and that was last week, and I'll have my stuff tomorrow, including Jerry. So I found this item at a yard sale in South Carolina, in
Hold
Barnwell,
on.
South Carolina.
But for the audio listeners, when I tell you this man has like the greatest fishing stories, and I'm like, I mean, I'm happy, right? And I'm just like, damn it, I want to fish these
Uh,
ponds. But I'm
oh man,
load them up. Come on. This is
yeah.
great.
So at a yard sale, I met this lady, and even before she had a yard sale, I was communicating with her. And she was supposed to have the yard sale on a Saturday, and she ended up having it on a Friday. So I drove through the middle of the night to get to South Carolina, so I could be the first person at the yard sale, basically.
Hold on. Going back to the fishing. Yes. Okay. So many people are like, I don't know how to do this. This is how you do it, people. You get up early and you go
Uh,
drive. I mean, bro, what you were up 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, I'm sure, right?
yeah, I got to South Carolina for 4:30, something like that. Yeah. So yeah, one of the biggest, finds, and really a really nice, lady. We still communicate, we still make deals and whatnot. It's been a while. Have been on a little hiatus, just busy and watching funds, um but yeah, she had, a lot of the magazines that you see me, with a lot of the vintage cards you see me with, vintage pictures, and the vinyl. This particular one was the actual. It's called G by this group called the Crows. Um, 1950s, and they're credited for being the first rock and roll uh, hit band, a first rock and roll group with a hit song.
That's cool.
And the song was
That's
called G, by the Crows, and it was like they sound more like doo wop, um, but but they are credited for being like the first rock and roll band. So I'll be getting that tomorrow, hopefully, and I'll be able to share it with you like right away, man. You know how we do.
That's cool.
Yeah. So hope that comes back, nice. I like, I just like to see how it presents, you know.
So, one of the ways I think that you stand out as a vendor, and this was originally how I met with Yabo, is we were at Gardendale, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So famously at shows, Yabo will wear a plastic helmet of his favorite team. Hold on, hold on.
Yeah.
We chop on.
Cell phone. Cell phone for
but
sure.
but so not only that, his table has flair in the sense of you've got baseball, you've got Marvel, you've got, and I think really one of our first interactions was I had purchased a lot and I had some cards left over, and you were like, "Oh, bro, these are amazing," and I kind of just didn't realize I had some amazing stuff, and like he picked up a few things and he loaded me up with knowledge, and I went to another table and sold another thing, and like it was a super,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
he
man.
put me on some game of just like, I kind of didn't realize what was like. I think it was a binder I had. And he goes,
Yeah. Right.
huge deal, huge deal, dog shit, huge. Not dog shit,
No.
but you know what I'm saying. Like he was the knowledge, and it was super helpful. I mean, it was especially at a time where I had none of this knowledge. I had
Yeah,
no idea. I
man.
mean, I probably went to yard sales and seen similar stuff and was just like, oh, cool. Yeah, no, it's not sports. I don't know it. And it's like, oh, it's a bad way to live life.
I mean,
And
that's a major part of it, man. Just educating folks, man.
that's, if you want to grow, if you want to thrive, you kind of have to know a little bit of everything. I mean, in the weirdest way, just to know you can look at something and go, oh, wow, actually, that's really cool. That's a still sealed vinyl of a really big deal. Like, oh, hey,
Right.
this just happens to be the Beatles' White Album, still sealed here at a yard sale. Maybe 50 cents
Right.
is a great price. I'm not even haggling, Grandma. Here's a whole dollar. Keep the change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
man. Yeah. I mean, and some folks, man, like I'm like, do you know like what you have? Like, man, yeah, I just want it all going or whatever. So that I mean, I love to hear that. I love to make
I
a
am
deal on the whole
very
thing.
helpful in those scenarios. And
Right.
that's
Yeah.
something I
Yeah.
so that's another thing I'd like to credit to Yabo here, is he was one of the first people to go, no, don't buy one or two, just buy the whole thing. Like
Yeah.
if you get everything, and he goes, you think two or three cards pays off for it, and then you have extra inventory, extra. And he's like, even if people trade, buy whatever, it's just
Yeah.
profit, and
Right.
it's good math to me. I mean,
Man.
it
Hey.
doesn't, it
Hey,
doesn't
Penny,
hurt.
you know how I roll, man. I try to what I say, like, I don't know if it's like ingrained in my head as a philosophy yet or whatever, but I'm trying to get to a penny a piece, man. Um, just try to get as, some good volume, especially if you find some like, really, rare stuff, you know, because it's a difference between finding the thing and then knowing what to do with the thing.
Yes.
So that's another part of knowing what to do with the thing. And
Well, and that's another thing that I also thought was incredibly notable with your table, is because it's just like a plethora of tins. And Yabo here has like a really good eye for like, if you are ever in doubt and you are at a flip show, Comic Con, Collecticon, Stuff like that, feel free to ask Yabo, because when he tells you, oh, this ain't getting a 10, 100, I will put a blue face Ben Franklin on if this man tells you it's not a 10.
Yeah.
It's not happening. But
Mm,
with that said, I can't tell you how many times Jabo's like, "Oh, bro, this could 10, like no guarantee, but," and you come back and you go, "Oh my god!"
yeah.
It
Man, I I love just helping. That's it.
so
Just love helping, man.
so kind of, you know give us, how did you get into the hobby? Like, that's one of the things I like to ask people, because I know you a vet, but let the audience know.
Yes. Yes, it's been a while, man. Oh God, man, like I've always, like been into sports, baseball, first and foremost. And I tell people all the time, like the- I love baseball before I love girls. And that's like as a boy, it's like
No, that's
that was the
that.
first thing, man. The
Yeah,
baseball
no,
was
100%.
it, man. I wish I saw more of that today.
When you see
Um,
your team lose and you cry and you're like, "Oh my god," it's like,
man,
well, you're a
baseball's it,
Braves
man.
fan. Welcome to it.
Growing up in the '80s, Dale
Oh, you had it better
Murphy,
than me,
Dale
bro.
Murphy, and Horner and Claudette Washington, the whole crew, man. But yeah, just you know, my my mom and dad, Margaret and Russell, they they allowed me to, just explore the hobby, man. Honestly, I would go to a monthly show at the Holiday Inn in Florence, South Carolina,
How
and
old were you?
I was 9, 10 years old.
That's amazing. I love that. I
Yeah,
love that.
so we're talking like, 1987, 1988. I could, matter of fact, I still have one of the flyers from the Holiday Inn show in my collection.
Bro, that's
Somehow I
so
still kept
epic.
that. Yeah.
That's
It's,
so epic.
probably, no value to anybody, but to me, it means a lot, man, because, that's where, I got duped as a kid, honestly, in a lot of things,
No, no, it's never a loss. Quoting Big John here,
yeah.
it's never a loss. It's always a lesson.
And it was lessons, man.
And
Some
you got to
lessons
learn
I've
those
learned
lessons,
now.
because that gives you better deal skills in the future, because you can go, nope, I had my heart broke about that thing. It ain't happening.
Hey, trust me, I've been there. You know, lost cards, been on the bad end of deals, but again, it's lessons learned, right? And I just remember, like, understanding like the value in things. Like I always saw cards just as a person and a sport, but my parents, they bought me like this plaque. Excuse me. They bought me this plaque and it had two cards on it. It had a Ricky Henderson card and a Nolan Ryan card. And
I
it's
remember
on
the plaques.
the bottom on
Yeah.
the plaque it said May 1st, 1991. So on that date, Ricky Henderson broke Lou Brock's stolen base record, stole his 939th base. Excuse me. And Nolan Ryan threw his seventh no hitter that same day. So understanding like the value in just that historical date and the car companies, like commemorating that, with the card, with
No, that's
cards.
okay. So take a sippy sip. I got you. I see you coughing. So no, don't feel bad. I was choking on a Sprite over here a second ago. So
Excuse me.
what
Excuse me,
he's
Jerry.
describing is the plaques that I felt like I saw a plethora of in the early '90s, because I'm a
You
'90s
did.
baby.
And it is not the
And
way to store cards.
first off, a 100%. If you ever purchase one of these plaques, you are not getting a PSA 10. rest assured, Blueface
Right.
Benjamin, it is not getting a PSA 10.
It
But
man, and it's probably stuck to the plastic, honestly. And
oh,
I and
it
I
is
I never remove mine. It's it stays in my
just
collection
believe
as
it. It
is.
is
Right.
100%. Yep. Yep.
Right.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love that. Me personally, I have an ashtray from my parents' home when growing up. They had it's a mother of pearl on the inside and like a coconut shell, and it cracked in half, or maybe
Oh man.
it's like turquoise, or it's some kind of like extra something. And I got it around, and it's one of those things. My mom kind of after a fourth heart attack was like, "Hey, where is that thing?" He's like, "Oh man, that's at my place." I said, "No, that's 100% going in an office. It'll never smell like an ashtray ever again." But
Right. Right.
but yeah, I see the value of looking at things and going, "Hey, and I think it's a great skill." You
Yeah.
know, so you said your parents got you in. Have you always been in? Did you take a break? Did you fall off?
Oh
Like
man. Yeah, I was in it strong, man.
so
Oh
okay, you're talking
man.
about being at shows at like 9, right?
Dude, I was going to the show at the Holiday Inn, once a month with my homies.
How old
Uh,
were you?
um, we're still playing Little League, not in middle school yet,
Okay, okay.
still in elementary. Maybe like the beginning of middle school, so maybe like up to seventh grade or something like that. Um, yeah, just going to those shows. Man, they were like they're just epic days, man. And we were like strong into it. We would go to Far More and buy packs of cards for like $4, 4 packs for $1.
Now at that point, you're probably buying Don Russ, right?
I'm buying Donruss, I'm buying Score. If I
Yeah.
could get my hands on Leaf back in the day, I thought I was
Oh, Leaf
winning.
was hot shit. Yeah.
Upper
For,
Deck, I
for
was
everybody that's in love with like Prism stuff like that, I always think about like
yeah.
Leaf was top. Leaf and Beckett were the number one. Like they were the
Uh,
gangsters.
I like Leaf. I like Upper Deck. But like Stadium Club, that's where it was at. Like Top Stadium Club, that was like the
Now,
premiere.
did you ever have the Stadium Club that came with the big plastic stadium? You know what I was talking about? Like it was like a
Mm-mm-mm.
big bro. Oh, maybe that's like a later '90s Stadium Club thing. But that was something I remembered from my
It was
childhood.
actual stadium.
It was like a plastic like your GI Joes or your Barbies or
Okay,
whatever.
right.
Like it was a stadium thing, but and then the other
Oh
part
no, I
had
didn't
like
have that.
cards. Bro, that shit was fucking lit.
Yeah, no, yeah, I didn't. No, I ain't see that one. But I mean, I was heavy into it, man, up until I left home after the 10th grade, and I went to a boarding school for science and math in South Carolina. I said boarding school. It's just I mean, it was like pre-college basically. School for science and math, governor school for science and math in South Carolina.
So it wasn't
Um,
you didn't get in trouble and like went to a special school?
nah, it wasn't like that.
Just
It
to
wasn't
clear
like
up the record, I mean, I'm not like pushing any rumors or
that.
anything, but we didn't steal like no cars and get caught up doing some stuff and get sent off in
Nah, it
10th
was
grade.
nah,
No.
nah, it wasn't nothing like that. It was yeah, it was a blessing. And matter of fact, I mean, part of me going was on the strength of me being, I guess, like just being good at tennis, man. Like
At tennis?
right, it actually happened. Like for me being able to play tennis, which I picked up from my brother and his friends. He was 6 years older than me, and I used to just have to go with them everywhere. We sometimes we just go play tennis, and I learned how to play tennis, and I played through high school.
Were you
And
pretty good? Do you remember what
well,
your rating was?
nah, not like that, cause it was small school. Um,
But I mean,
but
they let you on the team?
well, I mean. There wasn't that many people. You didn't have to like make the team.
No, no, no.
It wasn't
Bro,
like
hold
that.
on, hold on. The first 2 years of my high school were at a place called East
Yeah,
Century, and it was,
right.
you want to be on the swim team? You can swim.
Yeah, yeah. You can still, yeah, you're there, right? It was kind of like that, man. But I just just like to compete, man. That was just it. And the coach for the team, which was the governor's school, um, she saw me whooping up on the kid. I
Now,
forget.
did y'all have enough people to actually compete?
No, we did. We had
That's
a
wonderful. See, our
we
school
had
for
one through five.
our first
Uh-huh.
year of our swim team, they didn't even have enough people to compete.
No, we had one
Well,
through
we had
five. We had
official
a
practices and
doubles.
stuff. Yeah, yeah, that's
No,
cool.
we even
That's
had
cool.
mixed doubles. Yep, yep.
That's super
Um,
cool.
yeah, we did have one lady on our team, one girl on our team. But so yeah, we had a mixed doubles too. But yeah, just off the strength of that, man, and her
Let's fucking
talking
go,
to
bro.
my coach, who was a chemistry teacher, just
So
them,
so so
talking.
so did you run the tennis thing the whole way through high school? How'd you run that? 'Cause you said it
Yeah, I
was 10th
played
grade, right?
right. So I ended up playing. Matter of fact, tennis is I ain't ever think about this, Jerry. Tennis is the sport that I played the most uh years in high school because there's no football team or baseball team at the government school. Um, there's a
See,
basketball team up
I
there,
the reason why
church league,
I
but
like the thing of like swimming and stuff like that was
yeah.
I I played baseball for so long that I hated playing baseball because if the
Hmm.
other people didn't want to participate, you would still lose. You go out there, you could be a rock star, you could feel like you kicked
Yeah.
ass, but if somebody else don't want to show up, you're fucked.
Hey,
That's why I like
man.
swimming, where they said, "Hey, bro, your time is your time, his time is his time." Huh? And you're like, "Yeah, bro, I can do that. I got you."
Hey,
So,
man. You don't always get the
so when did you
your pick
jump
of the
back in?
teammates.
Facts, facts.
I mean, so I couldn't take my car to school. So basically from that point where I left home up until I got married, you know, had kids. Um, really, I mean, I was out of. I have my collection. Um, I mean, amazingly in good condition. I'm proud of 8, 9 year old Marcus, but but I didn't touch them, man, for decades. Honestly, like 2 decades, I didn't touch my
So what year
collection.
you think you jump back in? Like, were you
I jumped,
2019 with the
I jumped,
crowd?
I jumped back in. I jumped back in the summer, fall of 2019. Yeah, that's when I just happened to get back into it too, man.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Do you remember, or do you remember what kind of stirred you up in it? Because I know specifically what stirred it up in me. Like, for instance, with me, I remember watching, like, like trying to find other ways to make money, trying to
Hmm.
find under other ways, to just come up, and you get put on Gary V, stuff like that. Because I like the idea of hustle. If you
Right.
broke, the best place to go is
Absolutely.
to work. There are plenty of things to do. If if you
No,
don't,
that's the
hey,
best place to go.
bro,
Yeah, on the strength, man.
if you want some extra money, go to the thrift store, go to these yard sales, go to,
Yeah,
look up these
there's some
Facebook
stuff there.
things, and turn $5 into 20, rinse, recycle, repeat. And one of the things he mentioned later on after I kind of got into him was cards. And he was like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of these kids making crazy money in cards, and it's something really interesting. So I looked into it
Hmm.
and I said, there's a few things that I thought was interesting. And I jumped back in at first kind of with sports, and then I tinkered back with Pokemon because that's what I had a collection of as a child.
Hmm.
So
Pokemon, yeah, it just amazes me, man. Still,
It's just insane to think about stuff that just like you said, you were proud of your 9-year-old self. I know I was proud of my young self because it didn't have a penny sleeve, but it wasn't a top loader, and I was like,
Right. Yeah.
better than I
Yeah.
thought it was gonna be. I mean, I want to say it
Man,
came
I
back like
had
a PSA 6, but you know what I mean, like.
dude, I was using like they weren't even made for cars. It's something my mom had, and no, yeah, well, my mom and dad had it for something, they use in the house or whatever. But I mean, they were like just oversized. I think they were for like 3x4
Yeah, I think
pictures or
it.
something like
Yeah, yeah,
that,
and you just cut
or
it
four by
out.
six. But it was like it was so big, like compared to the cars, man. But hey, over the
Hey,
years,
no, if
man,
it
they
stores it
protected them.
good, it stores it good,
Yeah, they
bro. That
did, man. Hey,
listen.
I ain't mad. I was glad to see that, man. Going back into my personal collection.
So jumping back in, you say 2019. Did you
Hmm.
immediately jump in and go, "Hey, I want to be a vendor," or what sparked that interest? Because I felt like
Um,
we met before
right.
COVID
Um, it
because there were
was
no masks.
right. So I
It,
mean, really what got me to be wanting to be a vendor is like coming up on like a really nice like inventory. Because I was never like interested, and I discussed this with my kids, shout out Deuce and Belly. Um, but the
hottest
stuff that
hands in the West in the
hey
WNBA
man,
product. Jeez
man,
Louise.
yeah,
How
she can
many
pull them.
Ionescu autos? Like, oh, no big deal. I just oh, here's another one.
Nah, she can pull them, man. She loves it, man. She got a knack for it. Um, but yeah, like anything in like personal collection that I had when I was their age, um, that stays in the family. So those aren't up for they could do something with them later, but as of now, they're gonna stay, and I'll move the other stuff that I collect. And like one day I just happened to be out, ran up on a yard sale again, different state. This was in Alabama actually. And I just happened to see just a couple of cards. It was like 2 or 3 Shaquille O'Neal rookie cards,
Mhm.
not in really good shape. And I like, damn, he's Shaq. I like, damn, he's rookie card. And I was just like asking the lady, I was like, hey, y'all got any more? She like, my husband has some more, but he'll be back in a little bit. So he finally came back, to the yard sale, and he was like, I got some more. You want to see some more? So he takes me back to his office. So his little, office in the back of the store that they have set up as yard sale. And it's full of cards, man. Like an office. Like the old, imagine like just an old school, like
Yeah,
10,
yeah,
10
yeah,
by
yeah,
10 size room office,
yeah.
full of memorabilia, not just cards. So the guy was like, we're about to go on vacation. I would like to have a little, pocket change, little spending money for the trip. And I was just going out to get breakfast that morning. I didn't have like, pocket full of cash, that like that. So he was like, I was like, so how much you want? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, I do. I had a guy, he offered me like 200. And I was like, would you take 4? He was like, I will help you put it in the car. And I
First off,
said, all
I'm proud of you. I was so expecting you to be like, "Yeah, okay. Would you take 205?" No, I
I
got you.
mean,
But hold on, no,
because
that goes back to you treat people right, and like you said,
yeah,
he said, "I'll
I
help you
knew.
put it in the car."
I mean, I didn't know, but I
So did
knew
you have to
like
go hit the bank, or did you go, "Oh, hey, I'll just PayPal you," or
no, he was no, he was an older gentleman. He was like no cash apps, nothing like that. So no, I went straight to the bank, came right back,
man, you
gave me
didn't give him
cash.
any
He helped me.
Bitcoin? Come on, no, I'm just kidding.
He helped me, dude. I filled up the back seat and the trunk of my Civic.
First off,
Yeah.
this is a Honda podcast. This is a Honda podcast right here. This is a Honda
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, we do support that brand
But yeah,
wholeheartedly.
yeah, wholeheartedly, wholeheartedly.
But yeah, man, and it was sweet to me, man, because I remember like calling my brother like almost like immediately after that, because I
Yeah,
went
yeah. Oh,
through
oh,
like
of
some of the
course. No, you
collection.
said, "Hey, I just dropped this crazy amount." I'm
Right.
curious how that
Right,
conversation
right, right,
started.
right, right. And I was
Bro,
like,
tell
I
me
was
I'm
like,
not
hey man,
crazy.
right. And I'm like, man, like I know might sound crazy, but I just spent $400 on a whole bunch of baseball cards, and like it is crazy. I ain't never tell nobody this, and I told my brother don't tell nobody. But when I talked to him and I was telling him about what I just like picked up, because it was cars that I couldn't like get when I was a kid, I couldn't afford them.
Bro, first off, yes.
So it
Yes.
hit me kind of different, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting on the phone talking to my brother, explaining to him the situation and wiping tears at the same time,
Oh,
laughing.
yeah.
So,
And
I'm
like, bro,
going
I really
through
came up in the world. I remember being a kid, bro. Like, I
good,
wish I could hold this motherfucker. I can't even touch it. Now I own this thing. Like,
right?
I have
So,
had that moment, bro. I get it.
and it would just evolved. Just going through that collection, this massive collection. There, bunch of '03 stuff, so bunch of LeBrons, a bunch of like '80s, '90s, right up my alley. All the rookies and all the '90s inserts, and like the best part was like getting down to the bottom, the last box, getting down to the bottom of it, Jerry. And I'm like kind of like shaking things out in the trash, like toward the trash, kind of getting debris out. And this little piece of paper falls in the trash can, bro. And I think it is trash, but I pick it, look at it, and man, and you've seen it, but that's the biggest part of that collection, and it was the like the inaugural ticket from Birmingham Legion Field,
That's so nasty.
1927. So that collection, still taking that to shows. Every show is something from that collection. Um, and basically sharing it. I got the stuff that I want out of it. um this is for the
Bro, that's
folks to get
first
at
off,
a really, really good deal.
okay. Now, the whole idea of this show is like I said, to like how with interviewing people, just kind of like teach people in that
Mhm.
scenario. And I know the answer. I'm sure you made money, right? Like even if it took some time.
Right. I mean, that's what got me into vending. I like you got to get this stuff into people's face, and I'm doing a little faster now outside of being a vendor at shows. I got my Fujitsu, so nice to get some good scanning in real quick and whatnot.
Yeah, shout out. We're not sponsored. We would love to be sponsored, but basically this is a scanner that you can run cards through and it will scan the front and the back and it will come to the computer. And what is it, like
Yeah.
25 at a time? Just
Yeah, I could do, hundreds in an hour. It's ridiculous, honestly.
it's 100% ridiculous.
Right.
100% ridiculous. So, all right. So, kind of what do you like? One of the things I like to talk to people about is their PC. Like, um, I know you just mentioned the Legion Field opening
Mhm.
ticket.
Yeah.
What's something else that's like a memorable piece that speaks to it? It doesn't have to be cards. It can be memorabilia. It can be
Um so I mean it's a lot of stuff from, South Carolina collection that I still go to. Um probably a good one though. I was I was being a vendor at an event in Washington D.C. and it's outdoor festival, performances and whatnot, big concert. And Method Man and Redman were going to perform, and I knew that, and I'm like, it wouldn't it be cool if I could get like some Redman cards and some Method Man cards and give them the sign up. Well, there are Method Man cards, Allen and Ginter Method Man cards, but dude, I could not find like Redman cards at the time. Ended up finding some Reggie Noble cards, but he was a hockey player for like the Maple Leafs or something back in the day, the North Stars or something. I can't remember, but I brought some to the show, and after they finished the performance, they were the last act. I was like, I brought these cards all the way to Washington, D.C. I gotta get my way backstage. So made my way to the fence and I talked to the security guard and I told him the actual story I'm telling you. And he was like, you know what? You supposed to be back here. And he let me in. He let me through the gate. I get in this long line. I say long, but it really was like maybe 10, 12 people in line. And I waited my turn to go talk to him. We chopped it up for a little bit. He was like in awe of seeing, his rookie cards. And he was like, man, I don't even remember being a rookie. And he
Bro, what a
signed,
blessing. That's so
yeah.
crazy.
So he signed two of them. I think one of them he signed like, kind of horizontal and, PSA, they don't really like that. But the other one got a 10 of 10 and he actually, held it and they were like really, 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 you know, just powerful, man.
That's badass. That's badass. I
Yeah.
so I love going to concerts. That's one of my favorite things. And as I'm right now wearing this, I'm rocking a high school reunion
Oh yeah.
tour from
Yeah. That's it, like Ninja
with Wiz
Turtles.
Khalif and Snoop
Oh
Dogg.
yeah.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
going to concerts. I would have stood out in line in the cold forever just to get an autograph. Like
Yeah, man. And dude,
that's
I mean, and that's the thing, like, a lot of people talk about like speaking things into existence, man. And like,
But first
I
off,
mean, I was just
the
like,
hindsight to go, hey, I should have a card. Such a smart play.
yo, I mean, it was crazy, man. And yeah, so that one's in the 1010s in my, personal collection. It's the only one out there. It's on the registry as a qualifier, the only one with the Q. So yeah, it's sweet, man. I, I can't wait to meet him again, actually, and see if he remembers that. You know, I know it's kind of like random, but yeah, it was cool to me, man. It was super cool.
That's super cool. That's super cool. Now, I think something else that's really really cool is you just launched a really epic project. Kind of let us know like what is this that you just launched?
Yeah, man. You see this, man. We're kind of like teasing at this for a couple of our podcast shows, but yeah, man, this is our versatile display charm, and it's multifunctional. You see a lot of
So for our audio listeners right now,
yeah,
he has on a 3D printed chain with and when I say chain, think like big giant chain
chain
and then it has
charm.
a giant pendant charm, and it
Yeah,
says it really can say anything you want on it. And that's what I think is beautiful
yeah,
about the whole idea of this is because you can have anybody's logo, the names. I mean,
right.
it's beautiful. And now, not only that, it's also got a custom attachment to it where patent pending, right? I
Yeah,
believe
man. Yeah, we're
patent pending. So you can actually click in a card, so you can hold a card on this chain. So
Just
essentially
like
you could
this.
have a, you know, this is my logo, and have a card right underneath on a 3D printed chain. Now,
Yeah, man.
and even the 3D printed stuff is, it's good for the planet. It's, reusing recycled plastic, so it's like
Yeah. Yeah, it's
made made
ultra
in
friendly.
America, made
Yeah,
in
made right here in
America.
the USA, designed in the USA, developed in the USA. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's been good, man. You know, going through this venture with my newest business partner Mo. So yeah, it's been beautiful, man. And just talking about like, just building up and breaking down things, on a daily basis. And, that's kind of just a testament to just like improving daily, man. So this is kind of what this is, man. But we love this. This is, like I said, versatile display charm. You can wear it, display stuff. You can
And just a quick
have it on
interject.
the table. You know what I'm saying? You see ours right here. You remember our
Yeah.
boys?
Yeah, so for our audio listeners, he's showing us like a table mounted display charm with a
Yeah.
QR code that actually hey, move your fingers so they for and just give us a little forward tilt. Yeah, if you want, you can scan that. If you were, say, a YouTube, nope, tilt it forward. Hold on, for our YouTubers who's getting a little extra bite of something spicy, you can scan that.
Yes. Yeah.
Just so you know, that's a QR code. So
Yeah.
yeah, the beautiful things with these charms is you can literally have your event, you can have your brand, you can have
Hmm.
your name, your sports team.
Yeah.
Well, you can do custom colors with the chain, right? Can we
I
order a
mean,
custom color chain?
any color you can name. We got a few different
Now,
ones,
hold
to
on, hold on.
kind of
We've
like
not
show
even
to you.
introduced. What is the name of this company? Hold on. What is the name of this company?
It's Connect Collect, and I'll show
Connect
you.
Collect.
Yeah,
For
Connect
all of
Collect.
you who like to
Yeah,
collect, you gotta
that's right.
fuck with Connect Collect.
It's Connect Collect, man. We gonna connect collectors. We love our cards. We love to display our cards. We love to see them while we're in our leisure. Sitting in our living room or bedroom. We want to see them on the wall, on the shelves, on the table. Um, so we made a way for it to be versatile. Grab it, grab it off your table and put it on your neck. Go to the show.
Now, the other beautiful thing that I think about this whole business and this whole model is it's not just cards. Oh, do you like Funkos? Because
Yeah,
guess what? Not only do we have Funkos, we've got displays for, you've got a single Funko.
yeah.
Oh, hold on. Once again, for our people who are not on YouTube, you should be on YouTube right now. You are missing out on, and also
Right.
if you go to YouTube, hit that little hit that little like button. We're trying to get our likes
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Please
look
do
at this.
that.
So hold on. On
Yeah.
this, talk us through this Funko display thing that we've got here. So this one, I
So
believe,
yeah,
not only it's kind of color matching to start off, it looks beautiful. It looks so run
yeah.
us through
We
this.
So yeah, of course, make sleek designs. Mo does a really, really excellent job at making sure we have smooth corners and sleek designs on everything. But everything's intended to be versatile, so you can mix and match. Like on the stand that we have available, you can
So
mix and
what
match the Funko charms
what
with
you've got in your hand right now
these
is the
charms.
charm, right? And so for our audio listeners,
Yeah,
you could literally put this on a chain
yeah,
and rock your Funko on
yeah.
your
You
neck.
could.
You could literally
You
walk
could,
around and
right,
flex and just let people know, oh
yeah,
yeah, by the way, it's like that.
right, yeah, man. And the Funko. charms and displays are functional on the display stand the uh, with the
Sure.
charm as well, the versatile
Now,
display
now the
charm.
display
So
stand, tilt back. Yeah, hold on, right, kind of like that. No, 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 tilt back. Just let's show that display stand. No, 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 no. For your
yeah,
Funkos. Yeah. How
right.
many Funkos do we have now? For our audio listeners, it visually looks like I'm looking at a Christmas tree full of Funkos, and
Yeah,
they're literally floating. If
right.
I'm telling you, we've got what, at least nine, no, 12 of
Yeah,
them. You've got
it's 12.
12
Yeah,
Funkos,
yeah. So each row
and they're
has
literally a
four.
floating
Yes,
Christmas tree that you can revolve. I mean, I'm
yeah,
telling you, if you're not on YouTube, you're missing out. This is now.
yeah.
Hey, real quick, just quick interjection. When they scan that QR code, does that take us to a store where we can privy some of these items?
Yeah, so we are we do trials, trials and errors and things like that. So if that doesn't
What I'm
scan,
hearing is
we
limited
definitely,
edition.
yeah, we do have we are going to have scannables when we out in the public and whatnot, and inside of our containers there'll be scan codes and whatnot like that. So that particular one may not work, Jared. Just want to let you know, just full disclosure.
Full
um
disclosure, we'll drop in
right.
the website. No worries. We're learning. We're getting
Yeah,
there. And
yeah.
you gotta now. Do
But
y'all have
there
an
is one that
Instagram presence right now?
Instagram, all of that
And what now?
is
That's
together, and the website is together as
and
well.
it is
So
also Connect Collect.
Connect Collect, that's correct. But
Connect
yeah,
Collect.
the website connectcollect.shop. You'll be able to find some great, I mean, just awesome. So excited about them, man.
For
Just awesome
everybody right
designs.
now who is just audio only, can I tell you how much you're losing by just not you hit this background on him right now is just epic. I mean, just tilt it. Look at this. Hold on, pop the chain for the YouTube. Look at this. This
Yeah,
is a
you know what
clip,
I'm
by the way.
saying.
Look at
You know what
this.
I'm
This is
saying.
a clip.
Yeah, got the tiger,
No big deal. Just
tiger gem mint
Tiger and
10.
a Gin Mint 10. No big
Yeah,
deal.
the gem mint 10. Connect collect. You know. Yeah, man. So, that's the that's the thing, man. We've developed, we worked, hard at it, come up with a plan, and we just hope to bring it to a bunch of people this year.
So kind of questions like, like with those products, because people are going to ask, like, hey,
Hmm.
does this securely hold cards?
Yeah,
kind of talk us through that. Yeah, yeah.
right. So,
And
the
right now, what are you looking at? So we're for audio.
So the clip is multi functional for different grading companies. So whether it's SGC, BGS, PSA, this clip will hold it securely, and that's for
Okay.
most grading, most type slabs. Another part of what we offer is our own patented solution for the ones that don't fit in the clip. There is a system designed for that as well,
Perfect.
and I can share that with you too. So this
What? Are we sharing that right now?
this is like
Uh oh.
kind of like
Uh
what we have like
oh.
prototype wise. So
Oh.
nah,
We get
I
to
can
see some
share it to
cool
Jerry.
stuff. Uh oh.
Jerry, nah. So we'll have a
By the way,
box.
everybody, I screamed like a girl when he originally showed this to me. I was like, "This is epic."
Yeah, so we'll have the box. It'll come, you know, with your scannable QR code. That one definitely scan. So I'll
Well,
hold it
move
up
your
here
finger
for a
back just a
second.
hair if that one can scan. There you go. Hey, everybody, connect, collect,
Yeah,
scan the QR code. This one's not
yeah.
gonna scam you like all the other ones, though. Bam, 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 bam.
That's right. And
So,
then,
officially, he's opening up a 3D printed treasure chest. in
Yeah,
brand colors of Connect Collect.
right. And then, you'll have a charm. So we got different sports, and you see the Pokemon stuff like we do, Pokemon theme stuff. And then, the solution for having either you don't have graded
So
cards, you
so
can
you
put
can
your
so
own card in
you
here.
can run a slab and a graded card.
So you can put a grade raw card in here if you don't have your own slabs yet. If you want to rock it just a raw card, you can put a raw card in here in a top loader. So it fits right in here, then it slides in, and then it'll lock in place into the charm. Or you just take this out and then put your graded card in there, and then put it in your charm. So
I
that's
like
that's that's
that.
the
I like
solution, yeah.
that.
And each one comes with the charm, the chain, um, and then you can build a tower. You can build it, singly, or you can buy the tower all at one time,
Now,
different
what is the
designs.
tower? Just everything
Well, the tower just
for
different
Funkos.
levels of the
Okay,
tree.
okay.
Well,
So
no,
so
so these are interchangeable too. Like this could go like right inside of like
really,
the design. Yeah.
let's
So
go.
yeah, this is like I said, it's multifunctional.
Man, our audio
It's
listeners are missing
versatile.
out.
But
God, this
look,
is this is a flex. I'm not gonna lie.
I
This is
mean, collect collect is gonna be, um, you're gonna see us in Atlanta. We're gonna, have a strong presence. So we hope to meet a lot of people. Um, I can't wait for folks to meet, the people behind it as well. Tell our story, to some folks, and yeah, see where this thing goes, man.
well. Let's go. You know,
Excited.
how how are you gonna do customization? I mean, can we do anything? You know,
Man, hey, the sky's the limit. This spawned from nothing. Just talking. Like I said, building up and breaking down. On the daily. But yeah, anything is possible, man. Um, multi multi designs, multicolored. I mean, like it's limitless. Like what you could do nowadays, if you could think about it, you could probably do it. Like make a physical, make something actual out of
no,
your
no.
thoughts.
Listen,
Yeah,
I know a lot of people are going to argue with me, but I would say 3D printing is probably one of the bigger solutions to building parts, to
yeah,
engineering, to mechanics, to I mean, listen, I know people who are putting rockets into space and they go, yeah, we 3D printed the internals to hold the
yeah,
chips, to do this, to do
yeah.
that because we knew it was going to wreck. We didn't want to spend money on titanium. You know it's hitting the
Yeah,
ground. Like
right.
at best, the parachute maybe slows something down, but yeah, I think 3D printing is arguably one of the biggest inventions of the last 100 years.
And yeah,
It's
it's been, kind of, eye opening, and to see my business partner Mo, like, you know, learn it from scratch, man. That was like it's
first
something
off,
else,
Mo is
like
the
that is
goat.
like
Like
beautiful.
he is killing it. He is so we've talked amongst the podcast of stuff, and Mo literally just goes, "Give me a little bit. Hold on." Next time we get on a podcast, he goes, "What do you think about this? I got this. I got
Yeah,
that. I got that." And it's like,
yeah, yeah,
yes,
man.
that's
Just
that's how you
having,
innovate, and that's
right, and
we.
it is, man. Just trying to bring some innovation, something different to the hobby too, man.
And I think that's what the hobby kind of needs right now
Yeah.
is you need and people are gonna argue and go, but I think it's a cool thing of hey, I'm a show promoter. I want to promote my show in a special way. Here's a
Hmm.
VIP bag. Oh, hey, I have a significant child's birthday and I wanted it to say Jerry's ninth birthday.
Yeah.
Well, because literally it's limitless. The sky is
Right.
the limit, you know. Um, your kid is a big Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. spot for a card, and he can put his favorite kid. Oh, he's got a
Dude.
slab. Cool, he can pop a slab in. Oh, he doesn't want to
Right.
have put a slab. Oh, he wants to put a single. Bam. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
like
And that's what I love about it, man.
and
Like it should get some folks excited, not just for, I see a lot of us wearing, I say grown folks, but it should get kids, excited too. Teach,
that's
building,
just
you
listen.
you have to put
That's
it together. So it's,
yes.
you're like, you're using your imagination as well. So it's a lot of, aspects, outside of just hobby talk, that, made us, bring this into fruition, man. But, the biggest thing is the cards and the Funkos.
Well,
So
here's the
displaying
thing.
those.
Every every kid right now who is somewhat in the hobby has some
Mhm.
knowledge of Logan Paul walking
Yeah,
out with the big giant Charizard on his neck.
yeah,
This gives them the opportunity to go, hey, I don't have a first edition Charizard, but you know what I do have?
yeah,
I've got, you know, this one, or I've got this sport, or oh, I'm into Allen
yeah.
and Ginner and I've got a little mini in this top loader. Bam.
Right,
Like
right.
whatever's significant. And I love that ability to customize. I really do. You know, as
Mhm.
somebody who's trying to push my brand, because you see me all the time, everywhere. I'm putting this fucking shit everywhere. I'm putting my
That's
name
right.
everywhere. I'm putting my
That's right.
face. I'm trying to put my
Yeah,
reputation out there.
you should, man.
I
You
love
should.
wearing the chain and walking up to a table. And so, shout out, we got a video coming out talking about how I don't have my chain now. But I had a 3D printed chain with our logo right here, the Quiet Card Podcast, at
Yes.
which he's a co-host. He's the bomb diggity. He's the knowledge. For when we don't have knowledge, this is Google. This is Chat GPT 5 billion. But so
You wildin',
hey, bro.
man.
But it's just I don't know, man. Listen, I just love the hobby. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
I do, man.
it's wild, it's fun, and then something like this just gives you the an extra ability to go. Okay, I've got a Zion case this color. I'm rocking my favorite card with my favorite. You know, I've got the Braves logo. I've got this
Yeah,
sick
man.
Ronald Acuna. Like,
Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean,
God willing, hope to get to that with, licensing and stuff like that,
well, you could put a
collaborations and all
baseball
that
and then
stuff.
have your Ronald Acuna. Yeah, because we
Well, I
can print
mean,
out the
yeah. So
baseball.
we,
Yeah,
yeah, we do have those. You'll see them on the website. Full array, man. Just,
but
just
fanatics, we know
excited.
we know you got connections, so you could help a guy out over here. First off, shout out if y'all know a
Hey,
guy with a big hat named Tim, he's our homie, and he
yeah,
works with fanatics and them. So y'all can
he is the homie.
y'all could help us out a little bit
He
because we
is
can
the
print it.
homie,
We
man.
can
Good
print it.
dude too.
But so what do you think kind of sets you apart from everybody? First off, I hadn't seen this anywhere, so we know that. But what
Yeah,
sets you apart from everybody else?
I mean the versatility, man. Honestly, you're not just having, a charm or and a chain that you're just gonna wear to a show. Um, Most of our charms, you're gonna be able to, flip them upside down. Has a kickstand in the back. You'll be able to put your cards, in front of your screen or in front of your phone while you run your whatnot. You could be promoting your name straight from your charm, straight from, through whatnot. And then, not just having a charm and a chain and a single standalone standalone display, you also can make a full tower, like a tree type,
Yeah,
revolves,
that
nice
so
display.
I'm a jerk calling it a Christmas tree, but this is
No,
a
it's just
tower.
it's like, yeah, it's a
This is a
tower.
tower of you've got four Funkos on the bottom, and you can come up, and you've got another four Funkos on the top, and they all
Yeah,
rotate. And so it's kind of like a jewelry case almost, as
yeah,
if you're looking at like a bunch of watches, earrings, necklaces,
yeah,
whatever, and you can rotate the case. This rotates in the same way, and that at a dealer's table would be a
yeah,
game changer, because
yeah,
when you
man.
think, hey, I'm paying $320 a table for a 6 foot table at best, maybe 8 foot, I need as much space as
Yeah,
possible.
yeah. Yep, and you can go up multiple levels. But yeah, the versatility, the functionality of it. Yeah, that's what really that's what I think, makes Connect Collect, stand out from just a basic charm or basic stand. Gives you a little more versatility and protection too, man. Like, a lot of folks get these Funkos and get your cards graded. These Funkos adds a nice protection, to your Funko box, which are getting graded now. By the way, I got an order sitting over there now to make a video on for some graded Funko Pops. But yeah, nice protection, and nice versatility, man. That's what makes it
And
stand out.
and listen, which I don't have the prototype anymore, but the prototype that I have, when I tell you,
Right,
Jabo literally said try to break it, like intentionally
right. I
give
mean, we're a
give it a
prototype.
lot of,
Yeah,
yeah, real prototype.
I mean,
And when I tell you guys, I full grown man put a good twist on it, like
yeah,
you could break it if you really tried, but like it's a lot more than you would ever expect. And as
nice, yeah,
far like as far as the hold on the card, that was the part that I was impressed. We
yeah.
literally went to, what was it, Chicago, or was that
We're in Cleveland.
Ohio? Yeah, that
It was
was
in Cleveland.
Ohio. And then
Hmm.
me and Amani, so we were in Cleveland the whole time at National with cards hanging out, and they never fell. And I mean,
Yeah,
that's I think I did like 12 miles just in those like couple
like
of days.
stepwise. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm sitting there thinking, bro, my watch died for half the damn day. That left out a good portion. Uh, but it lasted all the way through that. I can't tell you the amount of people that I
Yeah.
physically took it off of my neck and handed to, and they go,
Right.
I want this with my business so bad. And it's such a great way, because
Hey.
on the prototype I'm speaking of, it said the Quiet Card Podcast. So it was
Yeah.
a beautiful introduction to, like, people would go, "Oh, you've got a podcast?" It's like, "Yeah, hey, we're three dealers. We talk sports cards,
Yeah.
TCG, memorabilia, bullshit. I mean, the whole nine."
Hey, gotta do some of that too,
But
man.
it really was a opener. Like, it was
Yeah.
a completely can change the whole opinion, because we had some really big businesses, which I won't
Yeah.
shout out, who may or may not have thrown a white party, who, when we walked by and kind of threw a what's up and fist bump, was like, oh, that's super. And
Yeah,
we can
there's
take
I
that
still
white
got
party invitation.
I mean there's some others too, man.
Oh, there was, listen,
Definitely
that was
got
just,
contacts, some good
no,
conversations too, man.
giant.
Yeah, good conversation in Cleveland.
Dude,
Um,
Gary V loved him. Gary V loved him,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. So I mean, again, we're at the point where that was last
And,
summer,
I
and
mean,
a
here's the
lot of
thing.
development has gone since then. So
Yes, yes,
we're
it's
ready,
only
man.
gotten better. And
Yeah,
like, so for the audience, yeah, as I'm talking about trying to break it, they've only been made stronger. Like, eh, eh, what I was talking about was already crazy rugged, bro.
yeah,
They're only stronger. Like,
right, yeah, yeah. I just it's yeah. That's the thing. Test R&D. research and development, man. And that's what I learned through, my years, just being an engineer. You got to do, your research and development continuously. Otherwise, the company dies, design gets stagnant, stuff like that. So yeah, just continually test, trial, break it, try to break it. I break it than,
I'll
a
hundred
customer
percent,
break
a
it.
hundred
Right.
percent, 100%,
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, do you have? You said you're gonna be in Atlanta.
Yeah, man. Always Atlanta, always Coach
What
Collision.
culture collision? Yes, sir.
Yeah. I have I've been at every Coach Collision except the first one. That I I really wanted to go to and something happened. Um, but all the other Coach Collisions that I've been to, I just enjoyed thoroughly. We have a great time. Um, Funko Queen sets up as well. We're gonna have Connect Collect set up right there along the wall. We're right there with 256. 256 gonna be in the house. Thelma's gonna be in the house. So we're gonna have a whole wall full right by the basketball
Yeah.
court.
Hey, and that's where the action's at, bro. Listen,
Yeah.
that's one of the things I love about that show is you've got so many different. You've got the basketball game between creators. You've got the random jump ons. You got the people over there selling.
Hmm.
Because that was the lady who had the candles that were sneakers and Jordans.
So
It's
those
like
were so dope. Those are dope, man. I love those. I was hoping
like
she'd come back. I had to cop some next week.
I mean, so fire, so fire.
Right.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
Um. So okay, we got you at Culture Collision. Where else? What's some other big shows you got?
Um, always trying to do a collecticon. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get into this February's collecticon in Atlanta, but do plan on being at Orlando collecticon.
First off, he
Sh-
tried Collecticon. Do better. Sell us a table if we've already had one. Don't let it
I
sell
mean,
out
they've
in
been
3 minutes. Take care
Don't
of your
get me
guests you've
wrong.
always
th-
had.
They they took really good care of us last year. I can't
Oh no
front
no
it.
no
They
no!
were
They're great. They're great.
good.
But let us get another table.
Yeah, I do need another table though. I'm just trying. I need a table bad. Um,
Bad.
but Charlotte Collecticon is nice. We're gonna do that one as well. And Atlanta, we'll do the fall Atlanta show. As long as we can get in. So yeah, the cons are great. Also, looking at maybe the um, Birmingham Comic
Okay, now real
Con.
quick, since you've worked
We
both
go.
as a vendor,
Yeah.
what do you? Okay, so once again, first time listener, and they go, "Oh, hey, I've only get one time a year. Are you doing a con or a show? You only get one. You're taking your 10-year-old daughter, son. What do you do?
Hmm.
Not for you, for them.
Yeah. Nah. For yeah, for the kid, man. Like the con is so live, man. Like
I
if I
keep
could do the
trying to
con,
tell people. I keep trying to tell people.
if I could do the con like without, you know, too much scantily claddedness, because that's what kind of like threw me off first when I took my daughter
Yeah,
first
yeah,
time.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, 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 yeah,
snap,
yeah,
what did I bring? Right? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, 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 yeah.
But as far as like, the just the array of different things you're gonna see at a con, because you're gonna see some sports too. Nowadays you're gonna see some sports. That's why they want us to start coming to collect the cons. But um And then like Collecticon does the concerts, man. And if you ain't
Those
jammed to Steve
concerts are,
Aoki,
bro.
if you
Listen,
ain't like
he's
I ain't
over
even
there
think I
taking
like jammed to no
people,
Steve
bro.
Aoki. But yeah, that Joker he got down, man. It was just live, man. I don't know. Yin Yang Twins they performed. Um, I think Waka Flocka Flame gonna
I
be at
was just
this.
about to say Waka Flocka was there. I mean, Waka Flocka
So
Flame better know my mother.
yeah,
All right.
so yeah, man. I mean, just from that standpoint, I mean, because if you're going to a normal show and you're going to get like autographs, you don't have you're standing in line just for those autographs or whatever.
Oh yeah,
And
and
then
you got
I
somebody on the thing like, Rebecca, can you please come to the thing?
yeah,
You've lost your kid. Whatever. Like you hear that, not live music.
and I mean there are there are long lines at Collecticon for like some of the signers too, but there's just so much other stuff to do um at the cons, man. It's just I don't know. It just seems a lot livelier group of folks than sports card folks.
I would agree. Now, okay, so that's as like a parent, as a vendor.
Mhm.
Are there any notable differences of selling at a show versus a con?
Oh yeah, I definitely change up the strategy. Definitely change up the strategy for the con because the con's gonna focus mainly on the Funkos. That's gonna be first and foremost. Um, and then I'm able to bring a different portion of my collection that I don't normally bring to like the sports card show. So I bring a lot of magazines, comic books, Marvel and comic cards, and able to move them much better than um, at sports card show. And then still bring some slabs. Don't get me wrong, still bring some sports slabs, some major names or whatnot. But
He's being so
um,
humble right now. When he says some slabs, he's talking like 100, like 200. Like he is so humble right now. When I tell you, he's like, "Oh no, I've got 250 slabs here. I got more in the car."
I'm, yeah. I mean, if we're gonna do
I got a few.
some
It's
building. I mean, if we're gonna do some building this year, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to bring some of those slabs back out, man. That I got put in vaults and whatnot.
no. I agree. I
I have to bring
agree.
them out, man. I think
Bring
I'm gonna
them
have to
out. Bring
recall
them
some of
out.
them. Bring them out. Bring them out.
So,
Yeah.
okay. Uh, this is a section I kind of always like to hit on the show.
Mhm.
If you were giving, like what's some stuff that you see that people are doing right in the hobby? Or actually, no. Let's start off with wrong
Bless you,
first.
man.
What are hold on. What's some things we see people doing wrong in the hobby? Right? Like things that
Um,
are not helping them to be good collector, investor, flippers, whatever they want to be.
I mean, I guess being like not. That's a really good one, Jerry. Like I see people like not necessarily like educating, not to say that it's not bad, but not educating of not being educated uh on what they're trying to promote. So I'm not a big fan of like just, pumping a product or brand, a card just because I have it. I want to see like what else is in that, set or something.
Yes.
Know more about that set to see because there's so much about you know different sets, especially from like the '90s. Like parallels are just popping out. Like I see cars I hadn't seen, before. Like I saw Frank Thomas yesterday that I never seen before, man. I don't like blew my mind. I'm like, what? Like I got like like looking at me right now, I'm looking at 75, stack of 75 Frank Thomas cards.
That's
They're all
beautiful.
different,
That's
you know,
beautiful.
and you just see that stuff, see stuff like that, and I just want people to just be more like educated about, I guess what they're promoting card wise. You know, don't be trying to pump something and then, you know, just move on like to the next thing, kind of like educate folks.
Yeah, I always try to tell people, like, if I'm giving advice and you're getting into the hobby and say, okay, I've got a budget of $100, I'm gonna go tell you to buy the cheapest stuff you can. If you
Mm,
come at me and you go, I've got a budget of a crazy number, I'm gonna
yeah.
tell you to start at $100 and buy the cheapest shit you can and learn, because
Right,
you've got to learn from the cheap to the high end, because you can't just jump
right.
in and learn high end, because then you're gonna get wiped out. You know. Um,
And yeah, you need to know because I mean, first of all, like, just condition, understanding that. Like, I mean, I understood it as a kid, but I didn't understand like the extent of what
not to the
they looked
left.
at for grading.
Yeah, because grading didn't
Right,
really mean what
right.
it does now. Yeah.
But I mean that matters like so much. And then just to, know what you know, kind of stuff you're sitting on. Like if it's vintage, how to move it, what's really good. Is it worth even grading if it's in that condition?
No,
Just
I
because it's
totally agree.
old. Right. So
Which,
yeah,
listen,
just,
I
doing
see
the
people all the time
research.
getting wiped on the whole grading thing. You know, like, not everything is worth the time and effort.
And that's the thing too. Like I know I got one client, and he's like, man, I wish I knew you before I started all this because he just, blindly,
Sent a
graded
ton off.
cards. Yeah,
Bro, I literally had a buddy who, he
yeah,
goes, "Oh, I heard from a guy who said that all these holographic cards out of this Pokemon we should just grade." And he
yeah.
sent off like 200 of
Oh
these
man.
$3 cards at $25 a piece to grade them.
And they didn't
And
come back tens.
oh, I mean, there's a few, but not enough to pay the
Not
ad.
enough, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I told him, I said, hey, bro, I
Hmm.
mean, we got to have a heart to heart. Like,
Right.
you're not recuperating from this, but we can make you recuperate as enough as you can, because
Hmm.
so, I always tell
Yeah.
people, like, look, when you first get started, buy the cheap stuff. If you buy it graded, sell it graded. If you buy it raw,
Right.
sell it raw. When you get into it, you really go, oh, this is a beauty.
Right. And I mean, be careful of what you're buying. I mean, I get it. People like to, open packs, like to buy, wax. But, be don't be willy nilly. Don't be willy nilly just going
So
out buying
wait,
like, packs.
quick interjection. Are you saying buy singles over sealed
Oh
and
man,
rip them
buy what you like, who you like. If that's what you're searching for, don't
but
like
for loud and
gamble.
clear. Yep, for loud and clear, for those people talking about, I don't know how
Right,
to step up, instead of going and saying, oh, let me just rip until I get the Joe Burrow auto. Go buy the
right.
Joe Burrow auto. Come on.
Go buy your Joe Burrow auto. Yeah. I
Now
mean,
now now kind of on
don't
the flip
gamble.
side.
You don't have to
Yeah,
gamble for it.
you don't have to gamble. You
You
don't
don't
have to
have to
gamble.
gamble.
That's the big part. That's the big part.
Right.
So,
Hmm.
what's some things you see people doing right?
Um, I see people being consistent about the cars they love. So I really like that. Um, seeing people, promote like the stuff that they like love. Um, and it's just not in cards either. Like, like comics, um, other memorabilia. I've started seeing a lot more like audio stuff. That's that's the thing. Yeah, it's the collision of cultures, man. Yeah, absolutely. Come to Atlanta. Y'all got to see us, man. But I just love like just folks bringing it back to the essence of what you really gotten into the hobby about, and that's like collecting the thing that you like, whether it's a player or a character or a set, you know, putting together a full set or something. I mean, that's what got us, in the hobby. And another thing I think, that I think people are doing right is, being like a family affair. I see
Bro,
a
I
lot.
can't even tell you how much I
Yeah,
love getting the little kids, dad's pushing
yeah.
the stroller, mom's hanging out. The little kid comes up
Mhm.
to the table, and I got the little, hey, spot of fate. Little kids playing
Yeah,
with
I
Pokemon
love that.
cards.
I love when you do that.
Dad,
I like that.
dad, dad's over here looking at yeah, Marcus's baseball. Mom's over there looking at Amani's Caitlin Clark, graded magazine, and it's like I love that
Hmm.
family affair thing.
Yeah, and I
That's
love
that's
I
life
see it
gold
from the
right
vendor
there.
side too. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
from a vendor side, like just seeing, somebody like teaching their kid. I see a lot of, young men, learning from their dad at,
bro.
different spots, especially like Huntsville, the flip. I see a lot of that through the flip.
Yeah,
And, I try to, try to do that, just getting my kids more, you know, understanding of, the stuff that they have in their collection.
yeah.
And, and my daughter, I find the only thing that I do buy as far as like wax is, the wax for her. And, I've taken you through that, so many times about the
Hold on for
only
our
things that,
audience.
that we
What
buy.
kind? What are these things we buy?
Oh, we only buy WNBA Prism from the clearance at Walmart. That's it, man. And
Listen, when people were sleeping on it, we were
right.
buying it up forever, bro.
Yeah, and I wasn't being a jerk about it, buying up everything and,
No,
off the shelf,
no.
get
But
my
you can
two or
snag two, three
whatever.
blasters and go, hey, we set
Right.
these back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then, going back the next week or whatever. But yeah, man, that's been like really enjoyable, seeing her. Like my son, he's been into it. He has, nice Washington Commanders collection,
Oh, that's
nice
cool.
Terry McLaurin, um, fanatic. But
That's
yeah,
cool.
seeing my daughter, grow into it, and actually I think like her collection is I mean, I think it's great because she gets all the female cards. So she has all
Yeah.
the lady memorabilia, all the covers with females on them on the magazines.
Bro,
So it's
I cannot tell you how many vendors I feel like are missing out on this opportunity. The amount of
yeah,
moms and daughters, because we had uh last show I was at with Yabo and Amani, we were at Huntsville, the flip show, and we had a little area split off. And I
yeah,
can't tell you the amount of women and little girls that looked at the WNBA stuff. I think it is just I can't say the phrase gold mine because I don't want to be peddling something or an agenda, but I
hmm,
really feel like WNBA is such an interesting product right now that not a lot of people are interested in. And if you're a vendor and or the ability to trade,
yeah.
WNBA sure does make an interesting thing because you go take
Oh,
it to all these big
absolutely.
vendors and you go, oh hey, this is a gold to 10. It's her jersey number, and they go, I know
Yeah,
that's a big deal. Like they're
dude, it's
slowly
growing.
going, oh, this is huge, huge. Oh,
And
by
I
the way,
hope
this
it's
is a
a
Caitlin
trend
Clark
for them too.
rookie. I think it's going to continue.
I hope it, rolls over into them, growing their league also, But yeah, the hype that you're seeing around Daggone Prism and
Amani's
Select
in the background
WNBA.
losing his mind right now, screaming, going, "Fire the commissioner!"
You know he is. But yeah, man, I mean the league is growing. It's a lot of excitement about it. And yeah, I can't wait to open up some more blasters with Belly at a WNBA game. Checking out the Dream. We're gonna be
That would
checking
be
out
a
the Dream
dream.
this
That
spring.
would be a dream.
Yeah, yeah. Check out
That'd be
Ryan
beautiful.
Howard. Yeah, you know what I'm
All right, hey,
saying?
let's give everybody a little outro. All right, so where can we find you? You know, hit us on the
Yeah,
personal, on the newest
yeah.
project. Like, come on, the red
Well,
carpet,
yeah,
it is yours.
it's Yabo all day long. So yeah, you can check me out, Yabo Collectibles on all socials. I mean, Instagram all the time. So right there, Yabo Collectibles. It's Instagram, Facebook, um, on Gmail. Send me an email right there, same place, Yabo Collectibles at Gmail. Um, you'll see me
What
every week right here with
is your eBay
Jerry
the
and
same?
Amani.
Is your eBay the
Yeah,
same?
Yabo Collectibles. Yes, it is. Um, yeah, check out the eBay store. There's a couple new wrestling items on there. Hope to do a lot more wrestling 2025. A lot more wrestling, Jerry, 2025.
Let's go,
Wrestling is like
bro.
the
Wrestling
WNBA too, man.
WNBA,
It's
it's
like
it's
yeah,
it's so interesting. It's so
it
interesting.
is. It is. Like folks are crazy about wrestling. Like literally crazy about wrestling. So I'm excited to be able to bring a lot more memorabilia, you know, to the masses, wrestling wise. But yeah, every week too, man. With you and Amani doing the Quiet Card podcast. Look forward to getting that in with you guys every week. And other than that, you can find me somewhere on I-20 between Alabama and South Carolina. Going back home. Check out Mom Dukes.
Bet.
So yeah, put a lot of miles on the vehicle, but
And it's a
gotta stay moving.
Honda. And it's a Honda.
It's it
And
is,
it
man.
drives every time. Turns over
Every
every
time,
time, babe. Hey.
every
All right,
time,
hey,
man.
listen, bro.
Without fail.
It's been an honor having you on. And like I said, I
Yeah, I
really
appreciate that,
feel
Jerry.
like the style of buying, selling, collecting, I really feel like it's beneficial in the sense of like I see so many of these people who give these fake, do this, bro. When I say he's over here going, no,
No,
just ask him how much the whole thing is. No, buy the whole thing. No, no, no. Load
yeah,
up the Honda. No, it's you can't see out the back seat.
right,
You better hope you're not getting pulled over. You are loaded.
right. I mean, at one time I maybe would have thought that, $400 would have been too much to spend on like a collection of anything, but yeah,
Seems look
man.
like the
I mean,
bargain today.
do your research, get a good understanding, and go get it. You'll be amazed what you run across sometimes, and I've been blessed to do so a few times.
Bet. Well, hey, bro, appreciate you coming on. Everybody remember, this is the Jerry Pitre Show. If you love sports cards and cool collectibles, you're in the right place. Stay a long time.
Every time.
Like, follow, share, subscribe. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Yay,
Yabo.
bye.